property. If we are to close, we have a visitation of over 100,000 people that come from all over the world, all over the Northeast to come to Long Island. As people go to our local restaurants, they visit other museums. So there's a great economic loss in addition to the important, again, feeding the soul. So thank you, Vivian, for all you're doing for us.
During tough economic times, the first thing to go often is the arts. But cultural programming isn't always necessarily quantifiable to dollars. Vivian understands that supporting the arts and a program like the Shakespeare Festival does more for communities in terms of creating analytical, thoughtful, soulful citizens of our county. And we believe that the experience, both for the audience and for the people who work in these artistic communities, is powerful and meaningful and useful beyond just the dollars and cents. But for the cost of a cup of coffee, you can increase the value of your life here in Suffolk County, and I thank you.
Theater 3.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, from Theater 3, we are in Port Jefferson. We're a not-for-profit theater on Long Island that has been here for 39 years. And not only do we do entertainment on our main stage, and we do full-stage musical theater productions and plays, but we have a very, very active educational touring program that goes out to all of the schools in Long Island and some in Westchester. We've been to Connecticut, New Jersey. Last year we did up 192 performances of our productions. They deal with such issues as DWI, bullying in the schools, the Holocaust. We go with the standards of the New York State standards of interpersonal skills, English language skills, world history, and we have these programs which include casts of people. We have many people tour around. Well, in the whole theater, it's anywhere from 6 or 8 of us full time to 40 or 50 at a given time. And a company of cast members that are employed full time to go out to these touring shows. And musical directors, designers, choreographers, just to keep everything going. We have artistic staff and a technical staff. And Vivian has been to our theater many, many times and knows the quality of our productions, but also the quality of our educational programs that go out and to the community. And again, Theater 3 brings over 90,000 people a year to Port Jefferson, which is a wonderful village. Supports our patrons support the restaurants and the shops in town, and we want to stay alive.
It's a big economic engine in Port Jefferson.
It really is.
Thank you. Thank you. The last person I'm going to ask to come up, and the reason I say him for last is because the place of last resort for a lot of people happens in the basements or in the halls of local places of worship. Food pantries, soup kitchens, outreach centers in local parishes. And Dick Kubek has for many, many years worked in these centers and can give us a sense of where we are during these difficult times and how important it is to support these different endeavors. Dick?
As Vivian said, and I'm a member of the parish of Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal. Straight Path in Wyandanch, and we have an outreach center, as Vivian said, the place of last resort. We serve 600 families a month. We are the poorest parish in the Diocese of Rockville Center, and we are serving the poorest community in Suffolk County. And we're talking today about a rainy day fund. Actually, on December 30th, this past December 30th, my parish could have used some rain because our outreach center was set on fire by an arsonist and burned to the ground. You may have read about this and seen it on television. Unfortunately, the person who set the fire was one of our clients, but that's what we do. We serve anyone in trouble, and this was an unfortunate case. We are in the process of rebuilding, and we are trying to start from the ground up and get our outreach back in place. We currently have some vans that are serving temporarily as the outreach. We were stunned as we're about to start the rebuilding program to learn that Steve Levy is cutting our outreach center by $50,000. He's going from $50,000 to zero. And the program he's cutting is our after-school program and our summer camp for the poor children in Wyandanch who are frequently served by our outreach center. I'm filling in today for the pastor, Father Bill Presiding. I'm also filling in for the director of our outreach center, Noel Campbell. Why are they not here? Not because they don't care. They are meeting at this hour with Congressman Steve Israel and other community representatives in Wyandanch to figure out how to reduce the number of shootings in Wyandanch that have occurred in the last couple of months. Right now they're meeting. Congressman Israel is coming in to give some help. What is Steve Levy thinking when there are shootings on the street in Wyandanch and he cuts an after-school program to zero? Children. Children who would now be on the streets where the bullets are flying rather than safely in our outreach center where they would get computer skills and recreation. What he's thinking is this: I'll cut and I'll dare the legislators to restore. So, I commend you, Legislator Fisher, Viloria-Fisher, I commend you. Not only are you daring to restore, you're daring to call for a slight tax increase to find the money to restore. That's courage. That's courage. So, that's my tax bill, by the way. I pay $10,000 a year. I'll give up that cup of coffee, and all of you should give up that cup of coffee. And let's get Gerald Ryan back up and running. Let's get John Foley up and running. Let's get these youth programs up and running. The elder program's up and running. This is ridiculous. What are you thinking? Thank you.
You know, I appreciate everybody being here, but I want you to notice who's not here. I'm here alone. I'm here alone, and I'm told that it's political suicide. I'm making a challenge. I'm asking my colleagues to put the job protection of the people in our county before their own job protection. Yeah! The people in my district know me, and I know them, and I trust them, that because I'm asking you to give up $2.30, and I appeared at my Chamber of Commerce yesterday. Most of the people at that Chamber of Commerce lunch were not in my party. But I brought this chart, and I brought my case. And they said, thank you, what we need is an education campaign. I want the people who are here to go out heartily on your computers, and spread the word to tell your legislators, yes, open the umbrella. Please stop the torrent. Please inject money into our economy. You know, Suffolk County is in better shape than most counties in the nation, certainly most counties in New York State. But we don't want our unemployment numbers to rise. We don't want them to stagnate. We want to keep people in their jobs. We want all of these different people in all of these different areas to stay in their jobs. And we want to keep Suffolk County the wonderful place that we love to live in for ourselves and for our children. It's worth a cup of joe.